Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl Rachel Real from the You Ain't Crazy podcast, guys. This is my first live. It is my first live, and I am so excited. I dropped through, stopped by here. I just wanted to go live. I'm in the process of bringing my podcast over to YouTube, and I am a very informal person. I am not a tech person at all. So, guys, what you see right now is what you get. No editing or anything like that. I am live. So, yes, I'm here to encourage you. Today is Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. I am a certified life coach. My focus is relationships, and I'm a divorce coach, helping people to just navigate. It's not that I'm pro divorce, but I definitely help people um, dissolve when you're going through a divorce, just helping people to kind of mitigate, and I help you mediate and build your team for to go through that process. You need a team, but I didn't stop here today to talk about that. Just to introduce myself, I gave an introduction on my first video. Again, I'm Rachel Real. I'm a certified life coach. Um, I have a podcast called You Ain't Crazy, which I'm kind of starting to do the YouTube, kind of going live so I can bring both talk to the YouTube family and have my podcast over on Spotify, Apple, things like that. My mission is to help people get through narcissistic relationships. If you're a survivor or a thriver, giving you that support. If you found yourself in a relationship and you feel that it's a narcissistic abusive relationship, abusive relationship, I'm here to help you to identify that, to give you the support, because it is a situation where you can feel like you're losing your mind and you just don't know what to do. So, not here to talk about a lot of that today. I'm not a therapist, a counselor, um, anything of the like I said, I am a certified life coach, and I am a person who am here to help you to get through this thing. I was married to a narcissist for 5 years. I was in the marriage. I divorced, married him again. It was very crazy. A lot went down. And again, I'll talk about that later today. I'm here to give you encouragement because I know that it's hard for some people. This is for those people who have found themselves in it. I know how Christmas Eve can be because guess what? Last year, I was not in this kind of space. And that's why I'm so excited to let you know that if I did it, you can do it too. Last year was very difficult where I just felt like I was in a whirlwind of just a big ball of toxins where um, the my ex-husband now, but I was living with him last year. I didn't know who it was. I was at that point because I left in January. I was at that point where I really, really began to see I am really with someone who was a fraud, who's fake. He was never real. And he just mirrored everything that he thought I wanted and things like that. So at the end of the day, when you have to become self aware, like what you had really just was fake, and a person just taking you through all of that unnecessary drama, trauma, things like that, when they could have just said, hey, you know what, don't want it, I'm out. A narcissist is not going to do that. So you're going to go through the love bombing, the devaluing, the discarding, the hoover back in. That cycle just goes on and on. And I'm not going to talk a lot about that today. I'm really here to just give those who have found themselves in that situation. And maybe today is the day where, you've already broken up. It might not even be a narcissistic abusive relationship. Maybe you're just going through a breakup. But at the end of the day, if it's a toxic relationship, this is for those people who you left for the betterment of yourself. You left because it wasn't, it's not good for you. It's not good for your kids. You took a stance to say, hey, no more. And you might be feeling down. I'm here to encourage you that understand you did the right thing. If you were able to get out of that situation, pat yourself on the back. Understand that, because a lot of the times when you're with a narc, you feel like you're alone anyway. So if you found yourself like being home alone, don't feel bad. I know a lot of the songs that come on the radio. One of the ones that really stick out to me is "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas Time." People think that just because you're a single person that, what do the lonely do at Christmas? And people just sit home and cry. I am stopping by today, guys, to let you know, don't feel down. Don't beat yourself up. I really, really encourage you to just love on yourself. If you don't have Christmas lights up or whatever, like do something that makes you feel good. If you have children, love on your children. I'm an empty nester, kids are grown and things like that. But when I tell you the peace of mind that I have, thank you, Jesus, because last year was not like this. It wasn't. And I am so, so excited and happy that I made it through, guys. This is gosh, I can get emotional. I'm telling you, I am, oh my gosh. Woo! When I tell you, anybody who's been in a narcissistic relationship, they know that thing is crazy, where they'll turn your family members against you. I was having just going through all kind of craziness with my one of my sons last year, and couldn't really, and that's my baby, couldn't really understand what was happening, but that narc was like all in there. It was just really, really crazy. I didn't know if I was coming and going, and I had never, ever experienced anything like that in my life. Like even the other holidays and the Christmases before last year, because last year was really the year where I really realized I gotta leave. I can't do this anymore. So I felt so alone because I had given so many passes to the narcissist. I made myself look crazy in front of other people. So I just really, really felt alone. So I'm sharing with you different things that I did that helped me to get through it, that I can stand here today with a clear mind in my place, feeling great, feeling good, not worrying about anything, and that you can have peace and happiness just if you choose that over the toxic relationship. And if you can look at that and embrace that you're like, instead of feeling down about yourself, I'm hoping that I can just drop some encouraging words to tell you that you have the inner strength to get through that thing. You may sit and ruminate about the narc, thinking about what could have been, what wasn't, what. Try to redirect that energy. Don't give it too much, because at the end of the day, you deserve to have happiness. You don't want to be with somebody who lied to you, lied on you, stabbed you in the back, uh, uh, talked about you to other people, smeared your name, gaslit you, gave you the silent treatment. Who wants to sit around and just live with someone and they're not talking to you? Like, do you really want that? You have the strength within you to live a happy life. No one should be miserable. No one should have to go through turmoil or anything like that because somebody wants to impose their emptiness onto you. Don't allow that. I really, really encourage you to really take this time. If you are home and you're feeling down about yourself, you're feeling down like, oh, I don't have a man, or I don't have a woman, or whatever it looks like for you, I really, really encourage you to dig deep within and not feel bad about yourself. For me, and I'm gonna share this song. I don't own the rights to the song. Hopefully, I don't get flagged, but I really wanted to just you can download it. It's called Christmas Isn't Canceled by Kelly Clarkson. And kudos to Kelly Clarkson, because I'm like, yes, somebody finally wrote a nice song. It's up tempo. Where you're not talking about what do the lonely do at Christmas time. Oh, I miss my baby. Oh, and don't get me wrong, I love music, so I love all of those songs. But at the end of the day, it's like there are times when you just want to hear something that resonates with you and your situation, to the point where maybe you're feeling encouraged and you want to hear that, because a lot of the times you can feel like you're up and you're encouraged, and then you turn on the radio and you hear, what do the lonely do at Christmas time? I want my baby. Let's kiss under the mistletoe. It's like, look, can we hear something else? So at the end, and not that, and everybody's just not in that place. I mean, I'm at a place now where it doesn't matter anymore. I can really listen to anything because I did the work. I became self aware. I understood. Now I understand exactly what narcissism is, what a narcissist will do. When you really, really understand it, and I encourage you guys, anybody who's going through, your healing is definitely in getting knowledge. Knowledge is definitely power. I know it sounds cliche, but it's very, very true. Some of the simplest things, don't make it hard, is what's going to help you with your healing. Get educated, find out as much as you can about narcissism, narcissistic abuse. Don't be surprised about what you're going through. They're supposed to be doing exactly what they do: love bomb you, devalue you, discard you, hoover you in if you allow them to to do it all over again. People will only do to you what you allow them to. Don't allow them. And I know it might sound easier than done, but at the end of the day, you got to start somewhere, and your healing starts within. It starts with you, because they're going to keep doing what they're going to do. They're going to keep being who they are. So don't allow them to do it. Don't allow them to steal your joy. This is those who celebrate Christmas. I do as a Christian. This is a time of year, and I'm an empty nester. I have grandkids, but you know, I am just as content as I want to be, guys, because I have a peace of mind, and I did not have this last year. I have a peace of mind, and I'm happy because I looked at myself, I did the work, I no longer looked at the narcissist. That's how I healed. I was no longer looking at what he did, what he didn't do. I knew I needed to heal. And if you're going through a situation where you feel like you're focusing too much on the narcissist, you got to redirect that energy, because the focus should be on you. The focus should be on you to say, hey, no more. Hey, why do I not feel like I'm valuable enough to the point where why would I allow someone to mistreat me? I had to look at myself to say, you know what? I don't, you're corrupt, you're sick, you need some help. If I kind of like give that energy to that situation, then I'm pulling away from what should be put into myself. So I really, really encourage you that if you find yourself just thinking about, gosh, things would have been so great between us. Oh, we could have had this, we could have done that, we could have. No, you can't. You cannot have that. You cannot do that with a narc. I say it over and over again in my podcast, the episodes in my podcast called You Ain't Crazy on Spotify and Apple and some other platforms. But you just basically fell in love with yourself. The narcissist just mirrored you. They're fraud, they're fake, they're not real. And unfortunately, you do have people who go around, with that personality, who sits up there and act like they're somebody else. I don't know why a grown person will do it, but obviously they do. It's a lot of narcs out there. They do it, men and women. It's not gender specific. They'll do that. And once you recognize that they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're doing what that personality will have them do. So you don't want to get caught up in that. And the likelihood of them getting help is very slim, because it goes against who they are. It's like they get a rush off of that. The more you do for them, the worse they treat you. So who wants to be with someone like that? I do good for you and you treat me worse, each time. So enough of that for now. This is a short video. I have another one. Stop ruminating over about the narc. I need to upload that. That gives some information to give you some support too, guys. I really want to share this song. I hope that you can hear it. It's not, because it's just very up tempo. It just makes you feel good, and that's what I want you to do. I want to encourage you to feel good, whether you're home with your children, whether you're home alone. Just give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a hug. Love on yourself. High five yourself, guys. Give yourself a high five. You got this. The power is within you. Stop thinking about that narcissist. I guarantee you, if every time you thinking about it, you think about them, the feelings are real, because obviously your mind is not going to think, oh, that person never existed. But unfortunately, that's how it is with a narc. So when you're sitting up there and you're pondering and wondering and wishing that it could have gotten better, or it's going to get better, or New Year's is coming, we're going to be great. Valentine's Day is coming, we're going to be great. If you're with a real narc, and I encourage you to really look and do your research. If they're checking all the boxes, and you ain't got to wait for somebody to diagnose them, just look at the pattern. In my case, if you're arguing over trivial nonsense. The punishment never fits the crime. Like you're losing your mind because the steak got overcooked, or you're losing your mind because you dropped something on the floor, or you went to the store and you forgot your phone in the car and didn't answer it. And now you're getting a silent treatment for 5 days. Like none of that stuff makes sense for someone to be just to create drama, create toxins, want to argue, give you the silent treatment, gaslight you, bring up stuff that you didn't do. Something from years ago. Anytime something is going great, they're going to twist that thing around and find something to argue about. When I turn the key to my home, I have peace. What better gift can you ask for other than peace? So if you got away and you have peace, Don't cry. Don't feel like, like you're dwelling on what could have been or what happened. Or I really, really encourage you to love on yourself, redirect that energy, find something that uplifts you, and if you have children, hopefully that's enough to uplift you because they deserve for you to be present for them. Don't give the narc any more of your energy, any more of your time, because when you're thinking about that, you're giving them your thoughts. Don't do that. Don't fall for if they try to hoover you back in, because now is a vulnerable time. It's that moment where, you know what, I just thought I called, they all of a sudden they want to call you and say, "Oh, I miss you," or "Oh, let's make it work." Guys, they're only going to just discard you like mid-January or probably the day after New Year's, or stand you up on New Year's Day. Like, don't fall for it. If you're I can't I'm only suggesting, this is my opinion. I know what happened to me, where each time I went back, it got worse and worse and worse. So, I am here on this journey to help you guys to get through this process. Trust the process. You can get through it. If you're home and you're crying, I really encourage you to just love on yourself, give yourself a hug. Feel free that if you want to have a glass of wine, get yourself a glass of wine. Love you. Love you. Validate yourself. That narcissist is not going to validate you, and nobody else either. Again, I have another video where I talk about that, so I'm not going to go into it now. I got to upload it, where it's called Stop Ruminating About the Narcissist. So I have some supporting information in there to really encourage you guys who are going through narcissistic breakups, that crazy relationship, and you finally got out of it, or you're thinking about getting out of it. There's so much content out there to really, really support you. Check them out. Check the people out. Again, I named that in my other, some of my other episodes. So today I really just wanted to share this song, and I hope YouTube allows you to listen to it. It's just a little bit. It's by Kelly Clarkson. Christmas isn't canceled. It's an up-tempo song. I don't own the rights to it. So if you can't hear it, because I don't know what they're going to do with it, this is my first time. I'm new at this. And it was something that I wanted to share because it's just a part of the healing and to help you feel better. And not to mention, it's helping Kelly Clarkson out because I'm promoting her music at the end of the day. But I was just excited to hear it. And when I heard it and I listened to the words, listen to the words, guys, download it, listen to stuff that will motivate you during this time of the year, because it can get vulnerable and you might be sitting home feeling bad about yourself. Don't feel bad about yourself. You are the bomb.com. You deserve to be happy. Validate you. Be who you want to be. Be to yourself what you expected somebody else to be. Show up for yourself. Don't worry about the person who doesn't show up for you, because guess what? They don't have to. They don't have to show up for you, but you need to show up for you, and you need to show up for your children and any of your other loved ones who reciprocate the love that you give to them. So that's it. I'm going to close with this song that and again, please check out my podcast. I'm in the process of getting some of those episodes uploaded to YouTube. I'm working on that now. I have probably like 50 something episodes over on Spotify. So check them out. It's just more important for me to get the content out there to make sure I give those individuals who have found themselves in a narcissistic relationship, or think they are, just giving you support and understanding that you're not crazy. What you're feeling is very real. And very often, the narcissist will manipulate and gaslight people, or the person who's closest to them, they treat the worst. And anytime I feel led to give information, I drop it in there, join in the community with other individuals who are out there giving support to narcissistic victims, survivors, thrivers. We're all in this together. You got this. It's a crazy, crazy abusive type of situation. And again, I have other episodes that talk about it. So go on over there on Spotify. Eventually, I'll transfer some of it here. Moving forward, I'm trying to kind of do both, where I'm doing my podcast and my YouTube channel as well. So bear with me. More to come from your girl, Rachel Real. And here we go, guys. I close with this. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Love you much. Peace and blessings to you. And you got this. Check out, and none of these people are paying me to do anything, but it's just on my heart that I feel the gift to you is to share with you where you can get great content, listen to it. And it's the gift that you can ever give yourself, and that's giving yourself knowledge. Bless yourself with that gift. It's priceless, it's valuable, it will change your life. That's what did it for me, not to take away from therapy and counseling. Of course, coaching as well. As I said, I'm a life coach, relationship coach. Focus is divorce, helping people to mitigate and strategize and things like that, going through that process and just giving you support and exercises, things like that to get you through that toxic breakups. So, I say that to say I'm going to drop a couple of references or resources out there. Check out um, the T on MPD. That's a great gift for you. Check her out. It's free. She's on YouTube. Check out Dr. Romani. She's a psychologist. She has a ton of information out there. Give yourself that gift if you're not doing anything, because I tell you, once you get educated, that's your healing journey. That's your power. That's your armor. When you know exactly what you're dealing with, you will begin to stop trying to reason with unreasonable people. Stop trying to make sense of something that's not going to make sense. If you can just if you can just really understand that you fell in love with somebody who really never existed, who you're seeing with a narcissist, anytime you're dealing with them, when you see that toxic person, that's the real person. The person who you might be thinking like, gosh, we were there, we were so in love, and I don't know what happened, blah blah blah. Oh, that we want to get that back. Let's work hard. If you're with a narcissist, you will never get back there. Never. That was just to get you right. That was just to get you where they wanted you so they could isolate you, so they can make you look crazy in front of your family, in front of your friends, because 9 times out of 10, you told everybody how great they were. And meanwhile, you got to go back and tell these people that they're not so great after you've already given the narcissist access to these people. And now they want to make you look like you're crazy because anything you say they are or they did, they're going to say the exact same thing to you. So you can't go to them and say, hey, you're a narc, or hey, you're this, hey, you're that. They're going to twist it around and not only tell it to you, they're going to smear your name to everybody else. And 9 times out of 10, everybody else, those people will probably believe them. So again, I have information, content, and other episodes, and I got to get it over to YouTube. I do have to upload that video that's called "Stop Ruminating About the Narcissist." But check out those individuals, their channels. Also, Mental Illness, who's a self-diagnosed narc. Again, he's out there. Check him out, because for me anyway, the more and more I understood and I confirmed that I wasn't crazy, and I began to take the attention off the narc and then focus on myself to make sure I began my healing and wouldn't, and got away from that. So here we are a year later, guys. I wasn't in this place last year. So I'm here to tell you that if I did it, you can do it too. So just put the work in. So here we go with the song. I'm going to close out with this. Let's see. I don't own the rights to it at all, but I love it. It's called Christmas Isn't Canceled, Just You. So it's saying, and for people who are involved in a toxic relationship or the narc, they're the ones who's canceled. So Christmas is not canceled. You can still have enjoyment and happiness in this thing. And again, give yourself the best gift. And the gift is you. Give yourself the best gift to yourself. And that's taking your power back by getting educated as much as you can about what narcissistic abuse is, about what a narcissist is. Educate, educate, educate. Give yourself that gift. It doesn't cost you anything. Just continue to listen to the content that's out there, the podcast, anything you want to ask. All you got to do is put it in. You can check it on your phone, your TV, anywhere. It is a load of information. I'm just one of many, many people who are out there. And I'm so, so glad to see people raising awareness about this personality disorder that I wouldn't have never known, but God chose me because he knew I could handle it. And because of that, and I made it through, I'm here to help you to do your work too. So on this Christmas Eve day, I leave you with this song, and I encourage you that any song that makes you feel uplifted, listen to it. That's a way that you can get through it, by listening to great music, reading and understanding. And don't pity yourself. Don't feel bad about yourself. Forgive yourself for even allowing someone to come in that space. But the reason why I say don't beat yourself up also is because if someone is faking, you can't knock yourself for not seeing it. You want to believe people at face value. What they show you is who you want to believe. So when they begin to show you that there's somebody else, that's what you got to go with. They're showing you that there's someone else too. And when they never come back to that nice person that they were during the love bombing phase, you know that obviously they have a personality disorder if they're checking off all the box. I'm not here to tell who is or who isn't. Just do your research and you'll know. Love you much. Closing out with this song. It's very up tempo. Let's see. Meet the road. Let's see. Wait a minute. You know, this is unedited. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is what happens when you're live. Hold up. I don't own the rights to this song, but I'm trying to connect my speaker so you guys can hear it because I want to share it. I want to share it. Yes. I'm a very informal person, as you guys get to know me. I am very, very informal. I just want to be supportive, you know, because I've been where you are, and this year is so much better, you know, for me in my singleness, loving myself, and I embrace, you know, a good relationship. But I'm not going to ever settle again. So just do your work so you don't allow another narc to come in. Let's see if this works now. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't own the rights to this music, but I want you to hear it. Hopefully, you will be able to. If not, download it. Oh, wait a minute. So up tempo. In the cold, standing where the trees meet the road. Used to be our first spot in this town. Memories of you and me running now. Narc free, guys. Narc free. In the bed, I wasn't the first, and I won't be the last. Underneath the mistletoe, yes. You ruined all my favorite things, but you won't take Christmas from me. I'll be hearing every light I find in this house, playing Christmas music. So this year Christmas won't be quite so blue. Singing is not my strong suit. Too much and dance in the snow. Don't get too Christmas isn't canceled, just the narc. Yes. Lost at first, thinking that I might be cursed. Winter wonderlands weren't made for one. So we all been told since we were young. Ooh, 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 ooh. Clean and complete, yes. Turns I don't need a thing underneath, just peace, yes. I'll be hanging every light I find in this house, playing Christmas music. Woo! Why so blue? Yes. Christmas isn't Rizzo, just you. Christmas, without you is still fine. Yes. And when the new year comes, don't you worry about me, I'll be alright, baby, by New Year's. Woo! Not free, guys. Yes. Christmas is, yes. Yes. your best life, guys. Narc free. Isn't canceled. Christmas isn't canceled. Just you. Woo! Guys, that song is it's the bomb. I'm telling you, it's the bomb.com. Yes, yes, yes. I love it so much. So, guys, I am about to go and enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm going to bake a cake. I encourage you guys, just do something great for yourself. Don't ruminate about the narc. They're not worth it. Redirect that energy. Play yourself a good song. Play the music really loud. Get some lights. Don't sit there and dwell on a person who was fake. They were fake. So even though your heart may feel like, oh, oh, I just wish that I could. I wish that they were here. Maybe I need to call them. They are fake. It wasn't real. It just wasn't. I know the person is a human being, but when you have a personality, because you're so empty inside that you really don't know, the narcissists don't know who they are, so they will act like whoever. They probably are acting like somebody who the person before you wanted them to be, so they're going to take that character and bring it to you, and then 9 times out of 10 you might have wanted something similar and it looks like it's it, and then it ain't it. Like, you will see, you will know. I don't even have to explain it. You know when you're with a narcissist. So I encourage you, once you know that you know, and you find yourself ruminating, because I've had thoughts about my ex-husband as well, but I had to realize, I know those aren't thoughts where, oh, I should call you or get back with you. I had to learn how to identify that, because each time I went back, I was so mad with myself. I'm like, why did I do this? Why? So, guys, if you got to write down everything that they did to you, each item that they did or each thing that they did to make you remember, you left for a reason. Even if they discarded you, if someone discards you because they're going on to another person or something like that, they let you go for somebody else, you surely don't want them because of that. You surely don't want them if they cheated on you, and you surely don't want them if they're treating you badly, if they're yelling at you, cursing you out, stabbing you in the back, lying on you, lying to you, just doing the most, manipulating you, gaslighting you, giving you the silent treatment. Why in the world would you want to be with somebody like that? So in your mind, if you're ruminating because you feel like, oh, I miss them, or oh, it's going to get better, or oh, we can work on it and have something else, you are sadly mistaken. That is not going to happen. I promise you, it's not going to happen. So if you're out of it and you're having those thoughts, the thoughts are real, because your brain don't know that you were just with a fake person, now that you've seen the other side, because that mask will slip. And when the mask slips, you got to believe it. They will show you exactly who they are. It's just for us to believe them. And very often we give pass after pass after pass, because no one's going to sit there. I know I didn't. I'm not sitting there thinking that I'm with a fake. I'm thinking, you're a human being. You're a grown man. I'm 52 years old. He's 55 or whatever. We were in our no, he was in his 50s. I was in my late 40s at the time when I got with him. Point in case is, I don't care if you're 20 something, nobody's thinking that people are going around being a fake. Even women who comes in and act like, that Coming to America scene. What do you like? Whatever you like. Where do you want to go? Wherever you want to go. Like, they don't have their own identity. Stop talking and see how much they say. Stop talking or just giving any kind of input. Like, that's a whole nother conversation, guys. I am out of here. Love you much. Merry Christmas. Love on yourself. Love on your family. People who reciprocate the love and kindness that you give to them, that's who you give your attention to. Anytime you find yourself thinking about that narcissist or anything that they did, you got to get to a point where you don't care what they're doing, what they're not doing. You could care less, and you don't wish any ill on them either, but you just don't care about anything that they're doing. That's where you want to get to. And as long as you continue to educate yourself, motivate yourself just on educate yourself about what the personality is, just like I said before. That's like the biggest thing you can do for yourself. Do that for yourself. Give yourself that gift. And again, give yourself a big hug. Hug yourself, men too. Give yourself a high five. High five yourself first. Validate yourself first. Don't allow and wait. Don't wait. Excuse me. Don't wait for anybody to validate you. You validate you. No one knows you better than you know yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that, because a narcissist will tell you, "Oh, I know you better than yourself." They don't even know themselves. Don't let stop allowing them to manipulate you. Give yourself that gift, guys. Peace and blessings to you. I love you much. Have a safe, happy, Merry Christmas. Your girl Rachel Real is out. Please like and subscribe on my channel. There's more content coming. Please go over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts to check out my episodes over there to play catch up. I will be dropping more content and trying to get some of those 50 something episodes over here, guys. It's all about just here to help you to do your work and get to your healing journey, because again, last year I was not in this place, and if I got through this year, and I'm here to tell you, you can do it too. I promise you, you can do it too. So, bye. Love you much. Peace out.